Walk through this timeline for us because they also violated White House protocol by ambushing him. And we know that. We've played that soundbite of Jim Comey saying, oh, it was chaotic. I just sent a few agents over there and just figured it would be better to do it that way. So let's go through the General Flynn crossfire razor timeline. And that begins on August 15th when Peter Strzok, then FBI agent, sent to his girlfriend a text saying, to the extent saying something like, well, I wish I could believe what you said in Andy's office, but we need an insurance policy. That was discussed in McCabe's office. The following day, on August 16th, they opened a crossfire razor probe into General Flynn. And then on August 17th, FBI agents were sent to a presidential briefing for nominee Trump. They did so why? You think they just were trying to assess General Flynn to try to get something on him then as well in that briefing?
Oh, that's what one of the agents testified to the Inspector General. It's in his report that came out in December. They were specifically, or he was specifically sent into that briefing to assess and gauge General Flynn's mannerisms, to collect what information he could, because General Flynn was there to notice his reaction to any mention of Russia. And that was done all expressly in case they needed to interview him later, i.e. if Trump was elected and General Flynn was put in the White House.
Unbelievable. So fast forward to January 2017, Sydney, because this morning President Obama is out trashing this exoneration. He's basically saying that the rule of law is being lost and that there's no precedent for all of this. So we go to January 2017 and February 2017. The morning of January 4th, the FBI drafts a document to close the Flynn probe, crossfire razor. They wanted to close it. They had nothing, so they want to close it. So the next day, later that afternoon, Peter Strzok texts, don't close the razor yet. And the seventh floor is involved. And then there's a meeting in President Obama's Oval Office. Talk to us about that, Sydney, because Sal Yates was there, Jim Comey was there, John Brennan was there, James Clapper was there, briefing President Obama in the Oval Office on the Russia probe. Joe Biden and Susan Rice were there as well. This was January 5th, 2017. Walk us through it.
Exactly. Well, the day before, Comey had found and McCabe had found the transcripts of Flynn's call with Kislyak, and he briefed Clapper on it immediately. Clapper then immediately went and briefed President Obama on it. Then they have the Oval Office meeting on the 5th. Comey admits in his testimony that the FBI are the people that unmasked General Flynn, our people, whatever that means. And at the meeting on the 5th, Sally Yates was stunned because Obama mentions to her out of the blue about the call and the transcript of the call. She knew nothing about it because Comey hadn't briefed DOJ. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
So then they dispatched Comey the very next morning to brief President Trump only on the salacious aspects of the dossier on January 6th to set the news hook for BuzzFeed and CNN to run with the dossier they knew was a lie. Then Peter Strzok is watching CNN report on that and text about he and Priestap sitting there watching it and using it as a pretext to go interview some people. So the whole thing was orchestrated and set up within the FBI, Clapper, Brennan, and in the Oval Office meeting that day with President Obama.
So you think this goes all the way up to the top to President Obama?
Absolutely.
Who's going to be charged?
I have no idea. That's up to John Durham and Attorney General Barr.